The following broadcast may contain adult language and childish behavior. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Ass bags. It's Friday night, and once again, it's time for the Budda Show. Tonight, we welcome up-and-coming YouTube streamer Zomb1e0014. Featuring Larry Bell at the news desk, resident wise guy and rat commentator Tom Fasulo, Budda Rocks, that's me at Master Control, and now, live from the Budda Nation studio in Los Santos, the only YouTube talk show that makes your giggle parts jiggle, it's the Budda Show.
How to do, how to do.
Hello.
How's it going?
Yeah, you're
Yep, to your left.
Hey everyone. I do what I can.
I'm bringing sexy back.
How's it going? Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'll try. I don't know if I could stick up and hang with him, but I'll try.
Oh please, you're just as salty of a bitch as he is. Saltier sometimes.
I'll be on my best behavior.
Oh, what is up, my dudes? How's it going?
Budda chat is saying that you are muted.
Yes, I am. Oh, there we go. Good Lord. Okay, you know what? Let's try this again. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to that was the practice take. This is the real take
Take one.
of
They were
episode
just
6 of the
making sure you
Budda
guys
Show.
paid attention.
To my left, Mr. Tom Fasulo. What's going on, buddy?
What up, people?
And of course, then Ms. Bell across from him. What's going on?
Hello.
And then we have Mr. Walter over there in the black
Hello.
with the sunglasses. And then, of course, Mr. Zombie.
Well, what is up, my dudes?
And I was asking him, what's with the 0014?
Well, when I first actually made my actual name, it was more like of because someone already took a gamer name that I chose, and the 0014 was just like random numbers, and I was like, I believe I was like 14 at the time, so it's just like, I'll just stick with it, and I've stuck with it ever since.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, thanks for being here, sir. I know it was last minute. We've had some scheduling issues with other people, and you were happy to jump in, and we appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, man.
And it was a good suggestion by Miss Bell, actually.
Oh,
So all credit to her. Put her on the spot. Say hi to who I can see in chat here. First of all, Dom the Gamer, thank you for the $2 Australian super chats. We do appreciate those. Of course, Tom's in chat there. I see Chris Tolbert. Landon's here. Mr. Gaming's here. Killer Sniper, welcome. Ian's here. Mike Bell. Gosh, so many people here. Tucker French. How many people we have watching? I can't tell.
20.
20.
Nice. Well, welcome everybody. Vested Wands here. Tucker French. And there's Onyx. He is moderating the chat. He was going to be on the show, but I screwed that up. and didn't. I took out the other chair thinking we would never need it because it was always empty, and lo and behold, next week. And that's all I can scroll up. It's just ridiculous. Keeps wanting to scroll down. Expert view, what's going on? Welcome. Now, for those of you who are just joining us and don't know, we interact with the chat during certain segments. So if we don't answer you right away, it's not because we're ignoring you. We don't miss the super chats and the donations and all the well wishes and the funny things you guys say. That's just the way this works. So if you feel that way, it's definitely not that way. I promise you. Jimmy, what's going on? What is going on? You're free balling, Tom? I just saw that.
I was singing just for Walter.
I thought that
just
was
for
only me
Walter.
that did that, but okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I just had a crash with my Notepad++, so I need to open this back up real quick. Otherwise, I have no idea what's going on. Well, thank you again, everybody, for being here. Do appreciate that.
I heard the 3 pluses doesn't crash. The plus
the plus. Well, it usually never happens, but for some reason it did, and that's just the way it goes. Hashtag streamer life, right? And I've always got a million things going on over here between the stream deck and all that. So anyways, thank you, Zomb1e, for being here. We'll get to you here in a little bit. And Walter, I'm glad you're here. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to hear your rant with Tom. Knowing how you guys just bounce off each other when we're gaming and all that. So I'm really excited about that. First, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hear from Miss Bell after our news sponsor, or new segment sponsor, San Andreas Telephone.
Hello?
Hi, is Mark there?
Yeah?
It's me, Shannon. We met at Jack's party.
Yeah, how can I forget? Wow, how you doing? I haven't heard from you in,
9 months. Hello?
Some moments change your life. San Andreas Telephone.
Belle, what do you got for us?
Well, I was actually going to say before we cut over to the commercial there that I was going to ask chat whether they wanted to hear world events or gaming events first. And since Dom mentioned that it's hot as balls out there, or over on the other side of the world that they claim exists, Australia.
Where everything's poisonous.
We'll start there. So it is Australia Day, I think, whatever that is. It's probably some kind of liberation or independence of some variety. So let's wish them a very happy Australia Day on the other side of the world.
Happy Australia Day, mates.
That's when
Australia
they
Day.
broke free from the Brits.
Is that really what it means?
That's essentially our Independence Day.
Oh, cool. Okay, great. Awesome. I feel more versed in history now. But nonetheless, wanted to wish them a very happy one. And Australia is suffering a record-breaking heat wave this year. It's the hottest January it's on track to be the hottest January in history. Now, for those who don't know, Australia is opposite seasons from us. So our winter is us, meaning the U.S. Oh, that works. Us and U.S. Oh, how funny is that? Because us is spelled U.S. and we're in the... Anyway.
Okay.
They are... listen. Shush. So they are on track to have the hottest January in history. Wildlife and crops are feeling the brunt of that. It's reaching up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit in some locations over there now. And if anyone in chat wants to convert that to centigrade, please feel free to do so. There have been 23,000 bats that have died and at least 1 million fish due to the increase in temperatures.
That's insane.
And a lot of crop farmers are feeling it too, because there are peaches and nectarines that are, quote, burning on the inside, and that's rendering them useless. So a lot of crop farmers, fruit farmers specifically, are feeling the heat, literally.
Wow. Dom says that's 49 degrees. What, Celsius? Is that what it is? Celsius?
47 Celsius, yeah.
That's crazy, but wow. I mean, that's hot. That's hot, though. 120 degrees?
Yeah. It is less than 100 degrees less than what water would boil at, right? Because water boils at 212.
Right. That's it. I mean, now Look, I lived in Utah, and I remember 110. I can't imagine 120.
Yeah. And I mean, it's 120 in places that are very humid. So can you imagine how oppressive that must be? And there have also been a lot of power outages due to the people trying to use their inside air conditioners. Because I guess central air is not quite as prevalent over there just because of the age of houses, like the age of when houses were built. So a lot of people are relying upon window units and so on, or similar. And it's knocking the power out of a lot of places. So imagine being stuck in a humid climate at 120 degrees with no way of cooling it other than just air movement with a fan. Actually, no, not even with a fan. There's no power.
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah, I've experienced extreme heat and humidity too, and I'm gonna go lay down and beg God to die. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine just without and that was with power.
I would spend hundreds of dollars worth of gas in my just like sitting in my car in the driveway. Like that's what I would do for air conditioning.
Damn. Well, I hope they're going to be okay. I mean, I knew it was hot over there. How long do they expect this to last, do they say?
And Dom, for reference, what time of the morning is it for you? It's definitely before noontime. So it hasn't even hit its peak.
Yeah, I was going to say the sun
temperature.
hasn't even peaked yet.
It's somewhere between 8:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. for
Holy
him.
crap.
Depending on where he is. Because I know there is somewhere between like 10 and a half hours and 12 and a half or 14 and a half hours from where we are right now.
Ian says it's 12:45.
He is. I don't know where he's at. Yeah. So we have you, Tom and Bell and Walter. You live in Florida. What is the hottest day? The hottest, muggiest, like the closest you can get to that you remember? Do you remember what the temperature was?
Like 102 or something like that.
Yeah, we hit 100 last year a couple times.
Yeah.
Like 107 is the hottest.
But like
I recall
that 100% humidity too.
Yeah.
So you can't sweat it out.
Yeah, that's just you.
Yep. Like JB says, there's a lot of ball sets dragging over there.
Hell yeah.
Like I think anything better than like 85 in Florida with that 100% humidity is god awful.
It's hard to breathe at 85.
Yep.
Even for a non-smoker, it's ridiculous. Well, good luck to them.
Yeah.
Larry says he bet there's a lot of naked people in Australia right now.
I think there probably is a baseline, Larry. I don't think that has anything to do with the weather. In some U.S. news, I'm not sure if anyone caught this headline from today, actually, but New York's LaGuardia Airport was shut down for a bit due to lack of air traffic controllers as a result of the partial government shutdown.
No shit, that affected air traffic controllers too, really?
People quit showing up.
What the hell are wrong with these people? I mean, seriously.
Well, they're not being paid.
Yeah, they're not getting paid.
Now they're supposed to receive back pay, but there are people who haven't been paid since December 25th or 29th.
Well, now that's a different story. I mean, if you haven't been paid being you're showing up to work, that's a different story. But I mean, like anybody here in this room, if we worked at one of the normal jobs that we worked and we said, we're going to go on strike and we're not going to show up till you pay me more.
Oh, we'll get
How
fired.
many of us are out of a friggin' job?
Yep.
Well, yeah, contractually, I couldn't do that. Like,
but,
I would be fired if I just stopped showing up.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, if they're agreeing to pay me back pay at whatever point, I need to continue showing up to work no matter what. Otherwise, I lose my job.
Right.
Somebody else will take your place.
Yep.
I mean, but I don't know which side. It is reopened. It has since reopened. And the biggest shortage of air traffic controllers has been in the Washington, D.C. area, which is probably one of the most important places to have them, to be honest.
That's like a big port of entry, isn't it?
Yeah, Dulles, I think, is Washington Dulles International, if I'm not mistaken. But they're suffering the biggest shortage right now. And my understanding is they shut LaGuardia down because they have, of the Northeast, they have the lowest number of flights coming in right now comparative to other locals. So they were kind of trying to shunt some of the air traffic controllers out of there and elsewhere.
JFK is the bigger of the two airports when
Right.
it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Isn't there a third?
You got LaGuardia and JFK, and then you have Newark. But
Right.
LaGuardia is the smallest of the three.
Well, I feel bad for the travelers. I mean, how many people did they say how many people were stuck there? Or was like everybody was just shut out of the airport and go get a hotel even if you're stuck, or you know what I'm saying?
It didn't actually say how many individuals were affected, but there were over 12 or affected specifically in LaGuardia, but there were over 1,500 travelers affected by that shutdown.
Isn't that like a normal for air travel lately? Like anywhere you go, there's always an inconvenience with air travel.
Yeah, I don't travel anymore. Not by air. I won't do it. Those random security screenings, they ain't so random for me, folks.
Yep.
I get hit every airport, every where I got to go and switch planes, all of that every time. It's ridiculous. I got to wear slip-ons. I'm tired of tying my shoes 9 times for a flight across country.
Wear loafers.
Could be like Zombie and wear flip-flops.
Hey.
I would go all troll game on them. Get the flip-flops and then get like the 80s short shorts. Just be like, yeah, go ahead. God, you want to search? Go for it.
Yep. I thought about that. Like wearing tennis shoes with no socks for like 2 weeks.
Oh.
But that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother topic right there. Anything else there, Ms. Bell?
No, I thought those would be the first two. On the second, or coming up on our next news stories, we'll cover some gaming news from this week.
I am looking forward to that. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Your news is always entertaining. Right now, let's hear from our lovely friends, the Boscarellis, and then we'll be right back, folks. Do you play popular games like Grand Theft Auto, PUBG, Fortnite, and more?
You suck at those games and stop being a loser who gets laughed at out of the game? You want to be the best at something that doesn't change your real-life dweeb shlomo living hood adjacent in your mom's basement social status?
Then you need to visit Help I'm a Pathetic Loser and Need Help Cheating at Games I Suck at.mafia.org/modded game account /nothing too illegal to see here.
Hi, I'm Vinny, hung jury Boscarelli.
And I'm Georgie 3-Nips Boscarelli.
For the Boscarelli Family Gaming Institute of Higher Game Fixing.
We love gaming.
And hate losing.
Yeah, so we started a school with what then weekend swindle.
No, Georgie, you can't say that. You gotta say the other thing.
Right. I mean, help other gamers become winners by offering them legal modded gaming accounts to give them the edge that the average smoko doesn't have the cojones or the big boy skills to muster for himself.
That's right, Georgie. We got all sorts of them modded accounts for those popular games that these kids are playing online. Need to gain an edge over the competition in your fave first-person shooter? We got you covered.
Yeah, maybe you're a casual gamer who enjoys trolling the gabagool out of randos because you're a pathetic, miserable schmucko scumbag. Get one of our patented, not illegal modded accounts and you'll be griefing other players in no time flat, like the lame-o potato-sucking jerk-off you can't help but be.
Our website checkout system and delivery are second to none, and your information is protected and safe.
We take your info security safely, because how else would we keep it secure to swindle
Georgie, remember the thing that the lawyer Stooley told.
I mean, store your info securely to make future purchases a breeze.
We also offer a loan shark program where you could buy modded accounts and pay as you go without simple credit option.
That's right. Simply put, you sign on a dotted line and pay us back with a 200% interest VIG, or we take your limbs.
Off your trees and hold them limbs until you bring those accounts current.
That's right. So visit us on the dark web today at help I'm a pathetic loser and need help cheating at games I suck at .mafia.org/modded game account /nothing illegal to see here. Once again, that's help I'm a pathetic loser and need help cheating at games I suck at .mafia.org/modded game account /nothing illegal to see here. And start winning today.
Like, literally, you're listening to the only place for talk radio worth hearing, The Budda Show, right here on Q92 WCTR. Oh my god.
And we are back.
Like, oh my god, I love the new advert.
Oh my god, we met her at a bar, some nightclub they're building down there. And her name is Jenny Jameson. She had an interesting voice, so I thought, hey, let's get her to do a bump. And she did. And then she did 2 bumps right on the table, and I had to get her out of here. 22 likes, that's awesome. Welcome everybody who's here in chat. Welcome. So our guest of honor here, Mr. Zomb1e0014. How you doing, sir?
Zomb1e0014.
Or Zomb1e0014.
Oh, yeah,
Hey.
Probalicious.
Oh, here we go again.
We can just call him Zom. How's that?
I usually call them Zombs. So that works.
So you are a YouTube streamer, right? Do you make videos or?
I used to make videos, but ever since I just found more streaming a lot more easier and a lot less time consuming, I found streaming go for the better way than putting YouTube videos up.
It definitely is a time and effort saver, but from someone who's done that and there is a pitfall there that you have to be careful with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the more you do, especially with modded games, it becomes more difficult to get back to videos. And then if you decide to do videos, my point is that people are going to be used to you live.
Right.
And they won't watch the videos. They'll just wait for your live stream. So keep that in mind is my advice. Because you are a fairly new channel. You just broke 100 subs, not just a few days ago, right?
Yeah. I can't remember one.
And I think all of us at this table celebrated that with him.
Yep.
Yay.
Well on, just like Tom said, well on your way to 200, I see, right? You're almost at 120 now?
120? I think I'm at 118 now.
118? Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so tell the people, like, what could they expect from your channel?
Well, what you can expect from my channel is, like, I try to play different games here and there, but lately I've been playing a lot of Euro Truck Sim 2 and some LA Noire because a lot of people have been liking that. But pretty soon I'm going to start dying down from the Euro Truck and trying to get into other games that I kind of want to try out and make new for the channel. But I mean, on Sundays I have a simulation Sunday, so simulation games are never going to go away. It's going to be on a specific day. And then, like, any other day that I'm streaming, it's probably going to try to be, like, a different game. So.
Okay. That works. That works. Are you, now, I know you play 5M and you play GTA, I guess. Are you going to get into the mods and LSPDFR and all that, or?
You know, I've been debating on it. Like I've said in my Discord, like, that I will do 100 substream of LSPDFR, but I just haven't had the chance to download it yet because I truly don't know how to, and I've been looking up a lot of videos, so it's just the time-consuming part. But, like, I would like to try it out, but I mean, I'm kind of new to the whole LSPDFR thing because I never really used it.
Right. Well, it's downloading. It's just half the battle. There's a bit of a learning curve.
Right.
installing it, making it work, and you'll probably pull your hair out. I know very few people who have went from not modding a PC game to modding that and have had no problems, you know. But they're computer geniuses.
That would be me.
That would be you?
Yeah, not.
Not, right? Okay, so let's see. All right, so tell us a little bit why, I mean, is YouTube something that is you're just doing it and it's a hobby, and or is this something that what do you do for a living? Like, tell the people a little bit about you and your channel and like how it got started.
Well, I'm honestly with the YouTube thing, I just do it for fun. I just find it as a hobby, and I find it as a stress relief, because when I do my live streams, I don't do it for any types of money or anything. I just do it for the fun, and I love to interact with people, and I love people watching my stupidness when it comes to stupid funny. But back to what I'm saying, I much prefer doing it like, how would you say this? For a hobby, I just find this as a hobby and do it for fun, and I like how everybody's interacted with the channel and whatnot. And what truly got me started was probably like a year and a half ago or something. Shout out to Rivals, and he kind of motivated me more, and there was a lot more people that were motivating me to open the YouTube channel, and I've just been doing YouTube ever since, and I've loved it.
Okay, so the real question is, if let's say, you know, because it's the common theme or common theory is that, and it's really true, is that it only takes one video to make a channel.
Yes,
you know, you get a viral video and get a lot of attention, people coming to your channel or watching the video, you're going to get a lot of subs out of it. You're going to grow pretty quickly depending on just how viral a piece of content goes. So hypothetically, let's just say that, you know, in the course of a month you gain, you know, 100,000 subscribers because of a video, and then at that point, I mean, so where would you go? Is it still a hobby then at that point that makes money for you, and that's not what you want, you're about? Or at that point, does the game change for you? Like, every person who starts a YouTube channel plays the what if game with that in their head.
You know, I've never really thought of that, but honestly, I would still find this as a hobby, and if anybody would want to donate something, I'd be open to that. But I wouldn't accept the donations, because I personally don't like taking people's money, because it's been a agitating thing for me my whole entire life. But I'd probably put it towards something good to help with medical research, to help with our first responders. I'd honestly put that money towards a good cause.
And so you're into getting into that field, right?
Yeah, people have been trying to donate to the channel already, even though I've been a pretty small channel, but people have been trying to donate. So, but
well, I mean, I'm talking about, like, for what do you do? Like, so this is a hobby. Let me restate. Yeah. So if this is a hobby, what do you do for, I mean, what's your focus in real life for a career?
My focus in real life is to actually become a firefighter. That is my true dream, is to become a firefighter and help the people out. I don't care about money. I care about people's lives. I care about their homes. I care about their welfare.
You know, I have to say that you're probably the most upstanding guest that we've had on the show when it comes to, you know, because this is a gaming related, you know, show, and right. YouTube, Twitch creator show, you know, related to that. So you're the first one that said, you know, this is always just going to be a hobby. And I liked your answers. Like, I guess what I'm saying is I really respect that, you know.
Thank you.
You're a very stand-up young man. Now, how old are you, if you don't mind us asking?
Good. Very
Ballpark
good question.
It. Are you old enough to drink legally?
No.
You are not.
I am 18.
You're 18.
Yes. I'm a youngin.
Now, pause for dramatic effect. How many 18-year-olds in chat, and do not answer this damn question if you're under 18. I will come through the computer screen. But how many 18-year-olds do you guys know in chat that are that humbled? I know one, and he's sitting catty corner on the table from me.
Wait, what was the question?
how many 18-year-olds do we know that are as humble as you are with the way you answer things and your aspirations? And because you know what, you ask a lot of 16 to 20-year-olds and they want money and cars and houses and fame and infamy even. It doesn't have to be fame. It doesn't have to be positive. Infamy is acceptable. And then you're like, no, I don't care about the money. I want to help people. I want to save their homes. And you know, to understand the magnitude at 18 years old of saving somebody's home and what that means is just astounding.
Yep. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Good on you there, Zombie.
Thank you.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid. Well, I think
Even
now
when he's 50, he's still going to be a kid.
That's right. Walter or Bell or Tom, do you guys have any questions for Zombie right now?
So what are you looking forward to in the future playing wise? Like I see that you're trying to do a lot of collabos with people, you know, having different people into your streams. But are you going to continue down that multiplayer path, or are you going to go more for like the solo games?
What my plan is to go a little bit of both. Like tonight, I just did a multiplayer stream, so now maybe for a little while I'll probably do some more single player, but then I'll do another multiplayer stream. It's like a back and forth deal. So like when it comes to a multiplayer stream, I can get overwhelmed sometimes, but most people would probably agree, like when it comes to multiplayer streams, you would get a little overwhelmed when it comes to it. I think most people in this room would probably agree.
And guys, if you didn't go check out Zombie's stream that he did prior to this one, we all hijacked him.
Yeah,
Onyx
we did.
just went in.
Yeah, that was good. That was entertaining to watch.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you.
We all hijacked his poor stream in a good way. But that's the support that we had for him.
Honestly, when you guys did that, it just made my day. Like friends hopping on, it's like saying, "Hey, I'll help you out, man. Let's do this. Let's have some fun." I just it made my day. And when people ask me, "Hey, do you want to play?" Sure, I'm down. Unless I'm doing something, but other than that, it makes my day when people ask, and it makes my day when people accept my invitation for them to come and join me in my stream. But back to what I was saying with the single player, I would tend to lean. I would say I do a lot more single player on the channel now, but I'm sort of leaning towards doing both at different times. Like one day I'll do single, one day I'll do multi, and then take a break from multi, do another single, and then take a break from single, do another multi. It's going to be like a back and forth thing. There's going to be no stop of it's just going to be single or it's going to be multi. There's no stopping. It's just I much rather have it back and forth to keep the channel like fresh and with awesome content.
Right. But now, wouldn't it hurt you if you say like every Mondays I'm going to do multiplayer, every Tuesdays I'm going to do single player? Now, what happens if that on that Tuesday you didn't want to do anything? Wouldn't that hurt your channel by you posting days or even times on there?
Yes. That's why right now with the channel, I don't really tell people my schedule except for the Sunday, except for the simulation Sunday. That's about it.
So you just go live and then just put it out there then?
Yeah.
That's okay. Well,
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess this is a good time as any to play. That's the answers. Do you have the answers ready?
Oh yes, I do.
Well, let's go ahead and get on this. So why don't you go ahead and give us the first one?
Okay, the first one is going to be January 17th of 2019.
When you hit 100 subs.
Ding ding ding.
Wow. Lightning fast.
Yeah, woohoo.
Suck it, bitches.
Well, I mean, you didn't even go around the room. You just blurted out the answer.
I know.
It's first come, first serve. Survival
okay.
of the fittest.
Well, this is my first time on the show, so now I know. Whisper him.
All right.
Okay.
All right, number 2.
Not you.
You two done yet? Not you, Belle, but mainly Walter.
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, the second answer is that's my nickname.
What is Zombie?
Close.
Zombie0014.
That I don't know what is
I'm gonna say Zomb.
What do your friends call you?
That close enough. It's where did the name zombie come from? And funny little fact behind that, how I actually got, because my gamer tag is actually part of my nickname in real life, because when I was a youngin, I was sort of new to the whole zombies thing because I was young, and one of my buddies that was a little bit older, he said I was not in the mood. I was like really tired and whatnot. He's like saying, "Dude, you're like a zombie," and then it's stuck ever since. And I've just been calling myself Zombie, and that's how most of my names come up as zombies. That's why when people's like saying, "Hey, Zombie," what? That was just like.
That's organic, though. That's like you didn't sit and try to think up a name.
No,
it came from. See, that's the same with my name. It became Budda Rocks eventually, but it started years ago with a nickname.
Right.
See, mine, it took like 40 years to come up with mine.
With Sulo Gaming.
There you go.
See, and we have Walter here. His last name is Slaughter. I am so jealous of that.
How about I got one better for you. His daughter's initials are ASS.
Oh.
That's right.
Who's that?
That's my daughter, Ashley.
Was there any pre-thought planning to that?
Yes. If I had a daughter, that would be her name. There's a backstory to my daughter, so I'll keep that in real life.
Okay. All right, Zombie, go ahead.
Ghostbusters, the video game.
How did you get your channel started?
Now that was the first video he put on the channel.
Which are still my favorite, by the way.
Now say it in a term of a question.
What was the first thing you streamed?
What was the first video you made?
There you go.
Suck it!
I don't think I've ever heard of that game. Is that like are we talking... You got a little itch there, pal?
You okay there, Tom? Don't jump out the window. And
this sciatica must have been acting up.
Bella's just a devoted fan.
Are you sure?
I think she got the answers
underneath the desk.
So is Ghostbusters, is that like a Super Nintendo game or?
No. Okay, so you guys know what Ghostbusters is.
Well, of course.
Okay, so before the new Ghostbusters games came out and the new movie came out, before then they made Ghostbusters the video game with the original actors with Bill Murray, Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, and Harold Ramis.
Eddie Murphy wasn't in that movie.
Not Eddie Murphy. I mean, fuck, what was his name?
I can't remember his name. Nobody can remember his name, dude. There's like a whole thing on YouTube about that. Nobody remembers his name, but it did have Rick Moranis in it.
He's the one that played Winston.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole video on YouTube about that, how nobody remembers that dude's name.
I know.
Just gave Eddie Murphy a plug.
Sorry, Eddie. You're watching this.
Wait,
I'm 100% sure that Eddie Murphy tunes into the Budda Show.
Every
I have it on good
Friday.
authority.
Every Friday.
Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't
that be great?
So Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, a lot of people were demanding, like, is there going to be a third Ghostbusters movie? Well, instead of making a third Ghostbusters movie, they made a video game to where you as the player can be their new cadet and interact with the characters and go on actual ghost busts, and there's a little storyline plot to where you become a full-fledged Ghostbuster.
So this is like a recent game then?
Yes, no. This game was... Okay, I gotta look this up if I can remember.
Maybe it's just me. It doesn't seem... Like, I guess those movies came out like 2 came out a long time ago. So you're saying this game came out before they did the one with the females?
Yes.
Okay.
And the one with the females, everybody's trying to forget.
Right. Well, I did see that. I guess they're doing like a real reunion video or movie.
They're doing it. So James Reitman. No, David Reitman. That's his name. David Reitman is the son of Jason Reitman.
Okay.
And all right, no, hold on. No, not Jason Reitman. He's the son of Ivan Reitman, who's the original producer of the two original Ghostbusters films.
Okay.
And David Reitman, who's Ivan Reitman's son, is going to be directing a third new Ghostbusters movie. That's taking place in common time. That's continuance from the past, but they don't mention it as much. It's a weird story plot, but honestly, I think it's probably going to be pretty good.
I hope so. I hope so. I enjoyed the first two very much.
Need a good comedy.
And that Ghostbusters game he was talking about came out in 16.
So not that old.
Okay, so not that old.
No,
Right.
the Ghostbusters game that I'm talking about came out in 2009.
The one that you played?
The one that I played.
Oh, so there's more. Or more than one.
Okay.
Cool.
Nonetheless, I really enjoyed that game when you played it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to go watch that video. I don't believe I've seen it. Now I gotta watch it. Now I gotta watch it. All right. So did you have more, or was it just?
Yep,
those
I
three?
actually got a couple more.
Okay, go for number 4, sir.
The year of 2000.
The year of
Well,
2000.
that would be the year.
The
he
year
was
you
born.
what was the year you were born?
Wow, Belle. You're on a roll tonight.
I
Well,
said
she
it
does
first.
math in her head. I don't.
Yeah, Matt sucks.
That's wow, dude. I feel so freaking old.
I didn't do it to make you feel old. I just did it for laughs and giggles.
No, you didn't.
I'm being serious.
I'm the youngest in our regular group, and that made me feel old.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving.
His
But I
sub
can't
count
get
just-
up because I'm
His
so
sub
old.
count just went down by 4.
Can somebody push me out, please?
Somebody roll you out.
Yeah, he's too old to get up.
Maybe we need to change the chairs in here for the wheelchairs.
Oh, what you said you're gonna change my depends for me?
All right, go with your last one there, Mr. Zombie.
Emerge NYC 258 views.
First video
Top
that
video
broke
on his channel.
100 views.
What is the most viewed video on your channel? Gotta phrase it like a question.
You're close.
Look, this ain't no Jeopardy.
So what
It
is
is
the
now.
most viewed stream on your channel?
There you go.
Which is what I said. But Bell talked over me.
Good job there.
And that'd be all of them, guys.
Nice. Good job, man. Those interesting facts about you. For sure. I appreciate that.
You know, Zombs, I think I have a pair of jeans that are older than you are.
No, you don't. I go through your stuff all the time.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Well, there's a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
No, I
Hold
do the
that-
laundry,
hold that-
so I know what clothing he
That,
has.
that may roll over to the rant.
Yeah. Better hold
Yeah.
that one the next Friday.
Where the F's my jeans?
Yeah.
My trusty jeans. Hey, I used to have. I remember one year, TRQ and I bought a king size bed from one of these like outlets that they supply hotel chains, but then they sell off. They sell off the bulk that they didn't sell. You know, in these little. Like it was brand new in the plastic, right? And we got all the whole heavy comforter and all that. I fell in love with that comforter. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say that was my whoopee. You know what I'm saying? And it just got washed too much and got a hole in it, and she threw it away, and that was the saddest day of my life. Of my adult life. I miss that blanket.
I hear you. Damn, women can't leave their hands to themselves.
Well, it was just a ratty piece of shit. Needed to go.
I mean, she could have stitched it up, or you could have stitched it
No,
up.
we did try. There was more patches in that than cats named Patches in all the alleys in the world.
Aww. She could have. Did she cut you like a little scrap so you could always have it?
Nope.
Aw, that's sad.
But there's another blanket that we got. We had our neighbors give us a bunch of blankets and sheets and stuff because we were a little low, and there's one in there that's really heavy. So if I put that over our normal comforter, I get the same feeling.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, you just make your own weighted blanket, and you don't pay $90 for a weighted blanket.
Exactly.
Shock and awe.
The only problem is balancing the right body temperature.
Am I the only one that feels like a weighted blanket would give me like a soul-crushing anxiety attack?
No.
No.
Like I just can't. Like I feel like that would make me feel so claustrophobic and trapped.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it can't be too heavy. Like it's like I
once?
want to feel it there, but I don't want to feel like held down by it.
Yeah.
Because
that makes sense.
personally, I like the look of like a quilt type fabric, like a coverlet type. You know, not something like I just like the clean lines that it gives. But I prefer to sleep under like a light, fluffy blanket.
I like the fake silk.
Fake silk.
Okay, like a satiny.
Yeah.
Like sliding all over the damn mattress. I had satin sheets one time. You get in, you should go to get out of bed, and you just slide right off onto the floor.
Yeah, but
We
then
have satin
nights at night
pillowcases.
when it's cold, it has to be cold when I sleep.
Better than a water bed, though.
And
I was always afraid of water beds. I thought I would always drown.
My oldest sister had one. And when she moved out, I got to sleep on it for like a week before my mom got rid of it.
They're fun. They're fun for a little while. Then you just get sick of trying to get over the... Because most of them have a box around it, right? With the padded...
Yeah.
And it's just... I don't give a shit who you are. It's hard to get up over the wood and the pad in the morning. And they don't support worth a shit. The young people mattresses. But let's we got to move along. Let's hear from our newest sponsor. They are a production company here and media company here in San Andreas. Be right back after these messages.
He was a man at war with himself, fighting a war that someone else lost.
It's over, Tim! The war's over!
It's never over! You've seen him wipe out millions of Cambodians in Exploder. Now, Jack Howitzer is Tim in his most challenging role yet.
We're here, Tim!
A preschool for slow children?
You're the new teacher, Tim!
Special Needs Cop. It's the story of a psychotic ex-Marine showing tough love to special ed kids.
One of you tards has been running Peruvian flake through the special ed school, and I'm gonna find it. No juice and cookies!
You really suck, Tim!
But soon, he becomes one of them.
What is this?
That's teacher's gun. You want to see it? Cool. Oh, you gone and shot yourself. Way to go!
He was finally beginning to live a normal life. Then, all hell breaks loose.
Tim, you're so stupid. You count with your fingers.
You want to party with me? Bring it on! Tim, what are you doing? I fought for my country! Welcome to the land of freedom, bitches!
Special Needs Cop. He had a lot to learn.
Mikey, where are you?
Hi, you can't see me. My invisibility cloak is on.
Oh, Mikey, stop drawing pentagrams on all the doors.
The Cavern of Sorrow.
It's the fantasy game that's sweeping the country, The Cavern of Sorrow. Learn about our exciting history and have fun, too.
I'm a holy warrior on a quest. I'll kill you if you don't believe like I do. You can't beat me, stupid. I'm invisible. I got invisibility seeing glasses, dumbass. Lord Zad the Wizard gave them to me. Remember our adventure at Gash Canyon?
The Cavern of Sorrow.
Gather ye friends and embark on historical adventures.
I'll cut your head off with my sword. Oh, no, you won't. I have a metal neck given to me by Gorath of Backdar. I got him when we traveled to the nether regions of Gorthbeck. There I had 8 wives, 47 kids, and other concerns. The Cavern of Sorrow!
It's not just a game, it's a secret society of special friends. Will you find the Cavern of Sorrow, or will it find you?
The Cavern of Sorrow!
Look here, you son bitches. You listening to the Budda Show on Q92 WCTR. It's the only place for talk radio worth hearing. Hey, Charlene, bring me my beer.
And we are back. That sounds like a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
Special Needs Cop. I don't know about the game, though. Cavern of Sorrow.
Sounds like my Saturday nights.
Cavern of Sorrow. I'm not even going to touch that one, dude. Like, I'm so glad that between me and y'all's feet is a big wooden wall. So she's got their sharp pumps on, dude.
Through the wooden wall.
Through the wooden wall. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, Tom, you know what time it is, right?
I don't know. It'd be like 20 after 10.
Something like that. It's time for the rant. Weekly rant. With Tom Fasulo Gaming.
That would be me.
Get one of the mods to drop your link in there so they can go check out your channel.
Well, can I first rant about this douche across the table that's got his sunglasses on? Indoors.
You sure can.
Stay indoors. Ugh.
Really?
You mean your significant other?
Killing me.
Why you gotta hate on me?
I wear my sunglasses.
I knew that was
You don't
coming.
look as good as me.
We don't need that copyright strike.
Yeah, that's right.
It is nighttime, too.
Forget it. I don't know who we're spying on.
I'm trying to look young. Leave me alone.
He does kind of resemble Tom Cruise over there.
To keep the look going.
Yeah, shush your mouth.
Watch Shaft? Or what?
Well, yeah, that and the half a bottle of Just for Men that he's got going on over there.
Well, to be fair, he sprayed that after Zombie walked in with his flip-flops.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you touch Tom with those feet of yours?
If people don't believe me, here, let me get the camera, the drone camera here. Let me show you. Look at that, flip-flops.
Yay!
There you go. See?
He dressed up for this high-budget show. He put on his best flippies.
That's right.
And didn't I tell you Converses are out? And you're still wearing them. Why don't you get a real pair of sneakers there, dude?
Don't judge me.
I wasn't talking to you. Are you wearing Converses?
I will jump over this table. I will jump over this table and smack those sunglasses right off your head.
You do that, old man.
Coming from the older man. All right, I see how it is. So today's rant is going to be one of the ones that, affects Belle very personally.
Oh, Lord.
Is these...
Oh, fuck, here we go.
I knew it.
Just...
We've sort of talked about it before.
We kind of did. But people that are adding arbitrary letters to their names and then calling them silent. Like, oh, I'm Brian with a Z. Where are you going to fit a Z in the name Brian?
At the end.
All right, so everyone in chat, I'm gonna type the name. One of my childhood girlfriends named her son this.
North? Oh wait, sorry.
Okay, so I typed it in chat there. Does anybody at the table want to take a guess at how you pronounce that?
Tyler?
Zyler?
Kyler.
Skylar.
What?
Where do you get... There is no...
Yeah, Skylar with a Z, though? Like Skylar?
X.
It sounds like you're choking while you're trying to say Skylar. Hey, Skylar. Wow.
Well, why are you doing this to your kids? Why?
Because they want to be unique.
There's plenty of other ways to be unique.
Oh, of course.
There's plenty of other ways, but that's ridiculous.
Yep.
Why are you putting an X in that name? What was that girl's name that got laughed off the friggin' thing? Like, she was a poor little sweet girl, but what the hell was A B C D E F?
Oh yeah,
Absidy, yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? Why?
You're setting them up to be bullied, is at the very least.
And it's I'm Thomas, THOZEFAMZES. But all those letters in the middle are silent. Don't it's okay. It'll work that way.
That is true.
Yeah, I can think of a few times in my life when, somebody can't pronounce something during a roll call or some work meeting or something, and when they say it and you're like, what? That's not even what you spelled. That's
You know, I could partially understand like last names. So last names tend to be whatever they are. Like, okay, there's some inflection on one letter over the other. You know, there's multiple ways of saying my last name. I mean, we've gone through every reiteration of it.
Changing around some letters as the need arises.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, they
right.
have
You
to,
know,
yeah,
six
reverse them.
letters. It's a really hard thing, but you know.
Yeah,
So
falafel.
when you go
Oh,
when you
sorry.
go real Italian for me, like the S is pronounced as a Z rather than the S, right? So that I get, but this like out of control. I'm just gonna name my kid something completely weird. Why? And,
Yeah.
I
don't
guess
know.
it's still not as bad as changing your identity to a symbol and being the whatever formerly known as.
But then it depends on the person's name. Yeah, I may want to do that too. I may want to change it to a symbol or something. You know, like growing up, my dad in school, he had a friend that was a female, and her name was I'm a whore.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm a whore. So would you want to go around saying that's my name?
You
No,
want
I
to
would've
bet
changed-
your ass I would.
Really?
Oh, that's you.
You
Hell
really
yeah!
would-
Do you know how noteworthy that would be?
I mean, she got picked on.
Well, then you got everybody, every stranger in an interview or at a government building or in a restaurant calling your name out. I'm a hora.
And especially, you know, when you did roll call. Whatever,
I'm a hora. Party for two.
Number 69.
So you know what? Growing up, my dad always said, you know, she was picked on and everything like that. So, you know, nowadays, kids, you know what? They get picked on. What do? They commit suicide. So
that's true.
You know, I probably would have changed my name. Definitely.
Or they lash out online in people's live streams that don't deserve that kind of behavior.
Yeah. So certain things I get it, but you know, I don't know. That's
You know,
parents for you.
the next is going to be adding numerals into the names as well. You know, like
Zomb1e.
Yeah, Zomb1e.
It's the Roxors, dude.
You guys are loving this, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
No,
We
that
look-
was
we
no,
look-
that wasn't me laughing.
but
That was
I
a
really
laugh
think,
track.
Like that's the trend that it's going. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, what's
like,
next?
We're gonna start.
Like, are
Did-
people going to start spelling Kate, K8, like K in the letter 8?
Oh,
Can I
see, that
just-
shit makes
all
me
in
stabby.
Australia, so they can go, "Hey, mate, Kate."
Can I just say something? I have actually seen that before, and it pisses me off, and it irritates the living hell out
It's
of me when
lazy.
people do that.
It's lazy. It's a 4-letter name. Why do you have to cut it in half?
I understand there are different biblical or English or, you know, there are different. So Thomas, for example, can be spelled Thomas or Tomas. There are cultural ways to spell it differently, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But like when you start like I can't deal with weird names.
We're slowly
And it's to the
degrading back
point
to
that
the
my friends will take
X for your
pictures
name.
of weird names and send them to me. Like, oh, you're gonna hate this, and I'm like, fuck, what is it?
Oh, I got something new to do then.
I mean, you guys realize that back in the day,
Thanks, Bill.
before education was a thing, you know, widespread, that a lot of people signed their name X. You know, so I mean, we're headed back that way, it seems.
That's why it is. That is why when you fill out documentation, it's usually an X and then the line to signify that you're supposed to sign there.
I just don't understand it. You know, there are like I can't believe there are kids, and I know this to be true, that they can't write in cursive.
Yeah, they don't teach it anymore.
No,
they can't write with proper spacing and make something legible and neat, whether it's cursive or regular printing.
Yeah.
I remember when they were teaching us cursive, and then when I found out that the schools weren't doing it anymore, do you know how pissed I was? It's just like it's it's a common knowledge that most people and mainly everybody should know, just in case if something were to happen.
And how about some high schools where they don't even use pens? They use pencils still.
That is true. And even some schools nowadays, they're using tablets now.
Yeah. Well, my son's school, he uses pencils. And I was getting pissed off at him saying, are you serious? Why do I keep buying you pencils? Why don't you write with a pen? He goes, my school don't allow it. We have to use pencils.
Do you know why
That's
that is?
ridiculous.
Because kids write on the damn walls.
Yeah, but you're not teaching them how to write with a pen.
But see, that robs parents of their interaction of being able to yell at them and make them cry and make them never do that shit again.
Like my entire 7th grade curriculum had to be like everything in the 7th grade in all of my classes had to be written in cursive.
Well, yeah, because that went towards your graduation, didn't it? Like
I don't know that it went towards my graduation, but if I handed a teacher, now I was of the era that we used to type up some of our book reports, so like reports and stuff. Yeah,
yes,
like we
with a
would type them up
typewriter
on the computer and print them out. So I was kind of that split 50-50. Now they don't even print them out anymore; they just get emailed. But if I handed the teacher something in hand print, right? So in handwriting print, it would get torn up and I would get a 0.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Zombie brought up a good point that they're using iPads now. So it went from when I was a kid going, okay, class, pull out your cursive practice books. We're going to practice signing our name for documents for the future, you know? And now it's went from that to, okay, class, pull out your iPads. We're going to demonstrate how to sign your name on an electronic document.
I remember hammer and punch on a rock.
You remember what?
A hammer and a punch on a rock.
I do too, man. I do too.
Flintstones.
Yeah, I was right at the end of that though, you know.
Yeah.
And funny fact, you guys know why Fred Flintstone only has 3 toes, right? It's because he wore the other 2 off trying to start his car.
Yep. And stop.
Oh, well, that was definitely a good topic. Anything else there? Any last thoughts there, Tom and Walter?
Not from me.
Nah, I got nothing.
You're
I'm
good?
just going to keep spamming chat with the worst names that I could find.
Oh, you're finally going to leave me alone? Good.
Well, we appreciate it. That was a great rant there, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
See, Walter, you got through that just fine.
Thank
Just fine.
So proud of you.
Yeah.
Zombie's
I
proud
bit
of
my
you.
tongue a couple of times, but okay.
Belle, why don't you go ahead with your gaming news there?
All right, so here are some highlights from the week, and we'll, as usual, circle back and hit on the important ones. So Subnautica is releasing new content called Subnautica Below Zero, and it's set to release on January the 30th. Fortnite Save the World's loot boxes will let you see what's inside before you buy them. There is alleged leaked dates for Steam's Lunar New Year sale that's, again, allegedly going to be occurring from February 4th through the 11th. PUBG is putting out PUBG Lite. That's a free, low-spec version of PUBG. It's currently in beta testing.
Interesting. Is that now that's for computers or?
It didn't say.
PUBG Lite.
In a few minutes, we'll talk about the upcoming Metro Exodus system minimum and recommendations, and they are shockingly high. There are rumors to suggest that Netflix is developing a Resident Evil TV series.
Nice.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey DLC is being changed to, quote, better reflect, end quote, player choices. And finally, Rainbow Six Siege caster says that Ubisoft is going to do more, or players must do more, to curb toxicity, and calling out to the individual players to help get rid of the toxicity in the game and the multiplayer aspects of the game.
Wait, are they asking players to narc, or are they asking players to try to bully the bullies out of the game, or troll the trolls out of the game?
Basically just saying that there needs to be more accountability and punishment for people who are trolling and not even just trolling, I think, because trolling can be done lightheartedly and add some additional entertainment to the game, but they're calling out more for the people who are genuinely toxic.
So recently in my my YouTube suggestions, because I have Rainbow Six on my channel, you know, that I played, so I'll get suggestions for it. It was a girl gamer, quote unquote, that playing Rainbow Six, and how they just berate the shit out of her. And it's, oh, you're a girl, go do this. You're a girl, like the whole time she's in match. Now she's streaming at the same time, or at least recording. And it's like, it wasn't even about the game. It was just everybody in voice chat just friggin' berating her.
Bunch of internet
100%.
tough guys hiding behind their keyboards.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And she had decent gameplay. Like, it had nothing to do with her being a girl. Like,
God forbid a girl beats one of them.
As soon as they heard that voice, it was they pounced on her like a freaking pack of wolves.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys stream and record, because I couldn't do it. I wouldn't even have any subscribers. They'd probably all leave.
Oh, trust me. I mean, I want to take it further than I do.
Oh, would you? Yeah, that's why. That's the fear. I sometimes I would like to do it, but then it's just like, no, I can't do it.
But that's why they invented chat moderators and, you know, and that sort of thing, is to help the stream.
I was trolling you in Zombie stream earlier.
But
I said at the Last Supper you were the third one from the left.
Yeah, well, that wasn't my stream, so yeah, I could go into everybody else's and be cool, whatever, and, you know, rant and whatever, but my own, no, couldn't do it. I know it was Bill's birthday wish that she wants.
It's probably
going
to
to
be Tom's too, so you're just gonna have to let us both down.
Well, I didn't say, you know, you could always be late, right? It could be a late birthday gift, so it'll happen. Yeah, me and my big mouth.
Everybody in chat heard that. Walter just committed.
So my birthday wish would be a Cuffs TV view of Walter slumber in the ambulance.
No.
No, we talked about why we can't do that.
That is a definitely no, that won't happen.
That's a firm no from him.
Definitely. No. You can fire me first.
All right, so let's cover. So Metro Exodus is one that I've discussed, and I'm a little bit excited to see some gameplay of it. It's something that, from the trailers I've watched and what I've seen, it's got your typical post-apocalyptic feel, which I'm just super into. In movies, in game, in books. I'm just kind of into it. And given the government shutdown, it feels like something that's not so far-fetched. The minimum requirements for this game, now this is the bare minimum that you need, is an Intel Core i5 4440 or better, 8 gigabytes of RAM. For your GPU, it's the GeForce GTX 670, GTX 1050, or the AMD Radeon HD 7870. And those are the bare minimum requirements. Now, their recommended requirements for just normal level graphics, normal level gameplay include a CPU of an i7 4770K, 8 gigs of RAM again, GTX 1070, RTX 2060, or AMD RX Vega 56. Now for extreme, people who really get off on their graphics, the recommendations are an Intel Core i9 9900K, 16 gigs of RAM, and a GeForce RTX 2080 Ti.
Well, I won't be playing that game anytime soon.
Yeah, like what? Where are they going with that demographic?
I wonder if Intel is getting any kickbacks.
Now, they're a little higher than you might expect, obviously. Even the minimum, I feel like, is pretty hefty, considering not everyone stays, or not everyone is able to keep their CPU and GPU at the sort of top of the benchmark, or even the higher end of the benchmark. It's similar when compared to games such as, or upcoming games such as Anthem, the new release of the Resident Evil 2, and Monster Hunter World. Of note, their minimum requirements are GTX 1060 or equivalent. Metro Exodus, again, minimally requires a 1070.
That's just, it's insane. I mean, the way where gaming's going.
Well, I'm just going to buy it just for the hold my beer. Let me see what my computer could do with this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it'll play. You just have to run everything on lower graphics setting, you know.
No, I would purposely try to stream it at the highest setting and debunk that bullshit because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that might be lofty too. I mean, it probably runs okay on a lesser system. You know?
Like to go extreme on a 2080? Are you kidding me right now?
That's the price of a freaking used car, isn't it?
Yeah, they're expensive.
That's just insane.
Another fun update for anybody out there that may have Star Wars Battlefront 2. The newest update will actually allow you to hunt Jedis as Count Dooku.
Ooh, that's gonna be
I
interesting.
think
That
that
sounds
cool.
fun. I always admired the dark side a little bit.
Who doesn't?
Come to the dark side.
Tom
we
is
have cookies.
quickly looking up the RTX 2080 pricing.
Well, I heard they were supposed to be coming out with a 1060 that's cheaper and be equivalent to the 1070s.
Newegg has them high 7s, low 8s.
Oh, that's
for
not
the 2080.
But still, I mean, $700 for a card.
I would say that
But
the
that's
average gamer.
that's only an 8 gig card. You would have to probably go SLI. So
If
two
you,
of them.
in my opinion, if you consider the average gamer, I'm not talking about people who do it for 14 hours on a Saturday, but the average gamer probably only puts $800 into their PC if they put that much into it.
Yeah, mine was $840. I mean, it's you know, it's no slouch, but it won't stand up to if Metro Exodus, that's what they need, then it's not going to stand up.
I mean, you're talking about needing to invest. If you wanted to upgrade your existing system with just your CPU and GPU, you're looking at dropping another $1,500 or more.
It's the point where you just buy a brand new system.
Exactly.
Well, it said it needed what? It needed 16 gig on the GPU
on the
side.
maximum.
Extreme.
That's for max settings.
So you're running two 2080s. Kiss my ass.
That's just insane.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And that puts that computer in the market of, you know, really, like you turn the computer on and start gaming and watch the fucking power meter start spinning faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody in South Australia has one of them. That's what causes all the problems.
Someone over there has got a $10,000 gaming ring. Just fucked up the party for everybody. Wow. I just can't imagine.
Gaming ain't cheap, people. Gaming ain't cheap.
Well, it's hell though.
It's
and
not.
like Dom just put in chat, his system was $750.
Yeah.
Now, out of curiosity, Dom, was that US or Australian dollars?
Yeah, my computer cost me over $1,000. Mine was custom built.
Fernan coming in at 2,500.
I don't doubt that at all.
And he says his level it won't be there. I paid over $4 for mine, and I'm not there either.
Yeah, and I think that's Bell was right. That's right about for the serious gamer. I think it's somewhere between 800 and 1,200. Right around in there is probably a good average.
Yep. Now, certainly you can get. I mean, Tom and I like to watch a couple of videos here and there on other tech-based channels, and you'll see PCs predominantly aimed at gaming upwards of $10,000.
Yep.
But it's just going to be obsolete in 2 years.
Yep. Exactly.
And a new Metro or a new Resident Evil remake or a new pick whatever game is graphic intensive going to come
GTA
out,
6.
and suddenly you're going to need new cards, new drivers, new fans to run it.
I'm pretty sure that in probably 5 years tops, my machine that Tom runs, people are going to look at those the same way that we look at the shit that we had 5 years ago.
Just use them as paperweights.
Yep. Those are the computers you hand down to your young kids when they're starting to get into gaming. You know?
Yeah.
That's just insane. And I wonder, now it makes me wonder, how much is the price going to drop for these? You know, is this card that we just talked about for $700 in another year and a half going to be cut in half like they normally do?
No,
or is this now a thing where both the manufacturers of computer components and video cards and their cutting edge stuff increasing what their cards will do, then it drives up the price? You know, game developers then take that and make a more intensive game that requires more resources, so it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
Oh, without a doubt. But you see, like, the 1080 price didn't come down until the 20 series came out.
Right.
That held its price through the whole duration until the 20 series came out.
Well, it stands to reason in 5 years that average may be up to $1,500 to $2,000 that gamers are spending, or more. Who knows?
Well, it's all a product of inflation, too.
Yeah, that's true. But
I mean, this is a little off topic, but I was discussing today with a coworker whose father owns a small business kiosk, right? And there was some discussion, because there is always some politically charged channel playing in the background, and discussing about raising minimum wage to $15 an hour. And the response to this was, then everyone's going to get fired, because that small business owner cannot afford to pay people $15 an hour.
Yep. The only other answer is the product price goes up.
Exactly. And so it doesn't actually help you if you're making more, if everything becomes more expensive.
Yep.
There will be a brief period of solace, because they're not going to jack up prices overnight, but in a year or two we'll be in the same position.
Frickin' Big Mac costs $9.
Well, think about that, though.
It's
How
damn
much
near
were Big
close
Macs
to it
7
now.
years ago?
Right.
How much was a Big Mac 7 years ago?
That I don't know, but I can say that when I
Probably
was a
like
teenager, when
$1.50.
Burger King was new, I remember buying a Whopper meal for $3.25 plus tax.
Yep.
So for the people up north, I used to pay 10 cents for what is considered like a Crystal's burger down here from White Castle. 10 cents each. They're like 52 cents now or some crap like that.
Yeah.
I remember when Crystals were 25 cents each. You could get 4 of them for $1 if you didn't get cheese.
And they smothered it with mustard and put and onions and put 2 big fat ass pickle slices on it. Now,
Yep.
these things are barely the size of your middle finger in diameter, and it's 1 little squirt of mustard and 2 onions, 2 little onion
You might
pieces.
see 2 little flecks of onion on there. You
Right.
might.
And
Right.
you'd be lucky.
And they dip the bun in the pickle juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't even get a pickle.
You got to stretch it. You got to make that dollar go further.
But I tell
Good
you what, they
Lord.
are good hamburgers.
Yep.
White Castle over Crystals any day of the week.
Yeah, White Castle, definitely.
That's just crazy.
Damn, now you're gonna make me run out to Walmart and get some White Castle burgers.
The frozen ones.
You gotta go up. You gotta go up north. Get the real. You gotta get them.
We'll just go on a road trip to Kentucky, and we'll go get White Castle. We'll make a weekend of it.
I'll tell you guys what. If I ever get the chance to do it, I would happily, like, we'll take a road trip or fly up to Grand Haven, Michigan. There is a burger joint.
You
that's been there.
100% will not get either of those 2 on a plane.
Well, then we'll take a damn road trip then. But my point
There
is,
you go.
there is this burger joint that's been around they were around since before I was born. So at least 50 years. And they've always run with their own cattle. and it is like it's Ray's, and these are the best hamburgers you will ever have in your entire life. You guys are gonna go White Castle.
I'm down for a good burger.
I mean, they're just amazing, dude. And it's the freshest beef ever because it comes right from their farm across town.
I mean, we could also stop by and see Zombie over there, as long as it's not in the middle of the negative 50-degree weather.
We should do a B3 sort of parody on Man vs. Food tour.
Dude, that'd be funny. That'd be awesome, honestly.
What good do you have in your state there, Zombs?
Tell us a little bit about Michigan.
Wait, Zombie's from Michigan?
Not Michigan? No, not from Michigan.
Not from Michigan.
I thought he was from like Minnesota.
Though, right?
Minnesota.
Yeah. He's a
Isn't
Viking.
that just across like a body of water of some sort?
I thought he was from Fargo.
Ha!
Watch it.
Watch it, eh?
Good thing you got those glasses on with all that shade you're throwing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Vernon, we'll send you up some of the barbecue if you send us down some of the good meat up there.
Hey, Fargo?
I'll send you guys the recipe for tater tot hot dish.
Ooh, tater what?
That actually did sound pretty good.
What is Minnesota known for?
Besides
being negative.
That's
50
Wisconsin.
degrees.
We are actually. Funny thing is, we are actually known for our hot dish and our scenery up here.
What's the hot dish?
There is not a damn thing scenic about negative anything.
Okay, somebody look this up real quick. What is the top thing that Minnesota is known for? Like, what is the biggest thing? Like the majority of people say Minnesota. Oh, this is what they put forth into the world.
Minnesota has 90,000 miles of shoreline, which is more than California, Hawaii, and Florida combined.
Holy shit, you have that many lakes?
Yeah, I told you guys, the lakes up here suck. We actually have more than 10,000.
Does everybody build on swamps? Is that on the beach?
No.
Is it?
No, we're built on ponds and rivers, honestly.
Wow. And you have a river underneath your house?
No.
Oh, I was
You're not
say,
getting what
you go
you're
fishing?
not getting what I'm saying, Walter.
Well, you said on ponds and rivers, so
Walter.
Oh.
It's on the shoreline, sir.
Yes.
Oh wait, didn't Caribou Coffee start in Minnesota?
Yes.
Comparatively, their beach house is
I like Caribou.
That is the original Minnesota business.
All right, we can go to Michigan if we can stop in Minnesota, so I can get caribou.
And you guys
I'm
can
down
send
for
us some
that.
Zombs.
And to see the Zombs.
But only if we make it a thing where we all drink like 64-ounce cups of Caribou coffee.
Listen, don't say that. I can drink 60 ounces of coffee in a day. Easy.
Coffee sauce.
What's like the big the most popular restaurant item? Like, you know, like for example, there's certain restaurants in each state that are kind of known. What's that?
Juicy Lucy.
Juicy Lucy, and is a steak joint or?
No, this is the state's burger, like the Juicy Lucy. So pretty much, it's cheese in the middle of two patties.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I saw this on TV or something on
I could get
one of the shows.
behind that.
Yeah, that's a Minnesota classic. And then, good God, don't get me started on Ludafisk.
There's isn't there like two or three restaurants that they're all, or there? It seemed like I remember there are two restaurants that are fighting over who invented it, who started the Juicy.
They're two restaurants. They're and the sad truth is, no one still does not know to this day who actually truly invented the actual Juicy Lucy.
That's crazy.
It's probably like the Fat Julian of New Jersey.
Oh,
That's
and
true.
and by the way, guys, we are also known for our state fair.
Yes, that's one thing that I've heard a lot about.
You want to hear something cool? Minnesota is the birthplace of the zombie pub crawl.
That's actually given fact.
What is the zombie pub crawl?
It's a Halloween-based.
Oh, okay. Different bars.
You walk the streets of Minneapolis, pub to pub, and dressed as a zombie.
Interesting.
So they have virtually no unemployment there.
The lowest unemployment rate in the nation.
And that's
Wow.
probably because they need heat, so they
But-
go to work.
But the sad thing is, most of the state has pretty high homeless rate. That is the sad thing about Minnesota.
It also looks like your real estate is quite expensive.
Yes, we are very expensive. People say that, oh, move to Minnesota, it's cheap. No, it's not. Trust me, in certain areas of Minnesota, it is not cheap. Period.
Minnesota is the home to Target. I'm sold. Let's go.
Yes, we actually are.
The homeless, so that's where their headquarters are, huh?
I'm in.
Twin Peaks, Minnesota. Is that in Minnesota, Twin Peaks? Did I get that right?
Twin Peaks.
Or is that a different
I
state?
think so. No, I
Yes,
think Twin
that
Peaks is
No, that's
Minnesota.
Twin Peaks.
Seems like it's like something with Target, like they're from Twin Peaks or something. I don't know, their headquarters.
We don't have a Twin Peaks up here.
Here you go for us old fogies. Tonka trucks were invented in Minnesota.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You guys are thinking of the Twin Cities.
Twin Cities.
That's
Twin
Twin Peaks.
Titties, Twin Cities, Twin Peaks. It's all the same.
It's all the same shit, right?
That's
Twin
right.
Cities.
You know damn good and well there's a titty bar in the Twin Cities called the Twin Titties.
There's definitely one called Twin Peaks. I'm sure of it. If not, then I just found my new business adventure.
That's a place I would visit forever. The Twin Titties.
You wouldn't be allowed to leave. It's freaking -50 outside.
You just stay inside. Hell yeah.
That's too cool for me.
Yeah, that's way too cool. I don't know how y'all do that, man.
It's just the cultural thing is that we've all been mostly prepared for. It's a culture thing up here.
There is nothing that can prepare you for that kind of cold. You
Actually,
can try and sell it to me all
funny
you
thing is,
want.
there actually is, and I can pretty much argue that.
You go ice fishing?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Fuck that. You want to know what my philosophy on ice fishing is? If you go out on perfectly good solid ice and deliberately cut a hole in it after you've parked your truck and placed a little house that you got a heater running, you deserve to fall in. That's tempting fate.
Proper ice fishing, actually, the trucks were more the vehicles on the ice were more installed to bring out the shacks, but traditionally, actual Minnesota ice fishing is just going on the lake with a sled and then just cutting a hole.
Nope. Still,
that's proper Minnesota ice fishing.
that's like looking down the barrel of a loaded gun. You're tempting fate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or go getting out on the freeway and letting go of the wheel and closing your eyes and go hammer down.
YOLO.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I'd like to try it once.
That's when Jesus says, "Hey, dude, you sneezed 2 hours ago and asked for my blessing. What the hell? You're on your own." Wow. I learned something about Minnesota today. That's why I love this show. I always learn something about where people live.
Don't go in the wintertime?
Whatever you do.
Exactly.
Yes, and whatever you do, watch out for the Minnesota goodbye.
The Minnesota goodbye?
Yes.
I'm afraid to ask.
You point your middle finger at people?
No.
Okay.
The Minnesota goodbye is where we give. Naturally, is where we're gonna say goodbye. Okay, so you guys know how sometimes I sort of tend to leave like right after I say goodbye, like not even like say like 3 or 4 minutes later I'll say bye again. It's just like that's the Minnesota goodbye. And
It's
naturally
like ripping a Band-Aid off.
Yeah, and naturally that can go on for half an hour to 3 hours straight. Not even joking. It's happened before. But what I love about our culture up here is the saying, the Minnesota nice. The saying is very true. We are very nice people up here. We greet everyone with happiness.
It's too damn cold. Y'all can't afford to be mean.
Damn right.
Somebody might crack the ice underneath you.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So what's the biggest fish you ever caught? Before we move on here, what's the biggest fish you ever caught, ice fish?
Not really a big one. Like a northern pike, maybe 12, maybe like a couple feet. Not long.
That's
So,
I mean,
like
that's
12
fairly
pounds,
big
15
for in the winter. I know if I was a fish, I'd be like, all you little fishes, go get me some damn food. I'm gonna sit here. I'm not moving. It's too cold out from under this log. Anything else there, Belle?
That's going to wrap it up for news for me tonight.
Awesome. Well, it was definitely good to hear about those games. I'm very interested to see where Metro Exodus and that whole thing goes, and see if they come up with some different numbers, or if that's like Tom. If you do that, if you kind of YOLO it with your computer, you should do a video on that, or at least report on it here on the show.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, I want to see it because Twin 2080s is now. You're selling to 2% of your market share.
Yep. Yeah, I don't see that happening either. They want a game to be, especially that's what, $60 for the game is where it's a AAA title, right?
Yeah, it's AAA.
Yeah, I don't see that being. That's just not a smart marketing move.
And not even to mention, okay, so you're gonna go like that's your PC specs. How bad are you gonna have to dumb it down for a console?
Oh God, yes. Even the latest consoles, and then even the next generation of consoles. You know, I see that being a problem. At the very least, streaming stuff, choosing what to stream from disk and what to feed into the memory of the unit. That's got to be a nightmare.
It's. I can't see that playing out well. Either that, or it's just very ambitious goals.
Yeah, I think those are lofty numbers. I bet you they'll come down when it comes closer to actual release. When is that scheduled to release again? Or did they even say?
In like within the next month.
It's going to be interesting to watch.
How many of us that stream and everything else have 16 gigs of video on tap?
Yeah, that's a good point. How are people going to stream that damn game? Because, I mean, when it like Rust.
February 15th.
February 15th. Okay. So Rust is it works my computer out. Like it's always, even on the lower settings that I have it on. And again, my computer's no slouch, but it is pushing my 1050 Ti. I mean, it's really pushing it like 90, right around 95% for my GPU usage when I run that game.
Well, and consider that Rust graphics are not bad graphics. They're good graphics, but Metro Exodus is movie theater.
Right. Graphics. You're talking about now people are going to be needing 4K monitors, and I mean, it's just okay. Instead of going and buying a new car this year, we're going to buy a gaming computer. Is where I see it heading. That's just ridiculous. I can't imagine spending more than $1,000 on a gaming computer. And then just to be able to stream, you need more than that. That's just. I just don't see that happening. That's not a smart move. Well, let's get back over to Zomb1e here. This is the part where we let people ask questions while we ask you a few ourselves. Where do you see your channel going as far as, is there any games that you haven't talked about that you're planning or looking at, or?
There have been a couple of games that there's one game that I have made mention, Outlast. I've been making mention that I might play it for a stream, but I'm still debating on it because I really don't feel like shitting my pants in the middle of a stream, even though it'd be funny as hell. But and there have been a couple of games that I have not made mention to my YouTube, to my Discord, nor my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm still trying to do a little bit of research on the games and whatnot, because I like to try to keep my stuff up to community guidelines.
Well, that's always good. So, any more Emerge NYC? I mean, you're talked about wanting to be a first responder to real life. So, how does that translate to gaming?
So Emerge NYC. Funny fact. I actually want to become a New York City firefighter. It's just funny fact, and I have been getting a lot of requests from a couple of my subscribers that's saying, "Hey, when are you gonna do some Emerge NYC or Emerge NYC, please?" I would love to, but I would much rather do that as a multiplayer type stream than a single player, because single player I would just suck. Period. Not even joking.
Dom asked, "Would you ever play American Truck Simulator?" We were just talking about that earlier. You just did that earlier, right?
He literally streamed it 2 hours ago.
Absolutely.
Yep. I think Dom is a new subscriber to your channel, though. If I'm not
Yep.
mistaken, he subscribed
Yeah,
tonight.
he said 119.
Very nice. Where are we at now with that, by the way? Did you hit 120 tonight?
I head over. I'm at 122.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Well on your way to 200, sir.
Yeah. It's ever since I hit 100, it's just I've been, for some odd reason, I've been gaining a lot of subs, and from one game, which blows my mind from, it's just like, wow, that's surprising. And I made mention to this, like, the game that I've been getting most of my subs from is Euro Truck Simulator 2. Who would have known?
Yeah,
it's just like, wow.
It's great when you find a game that fits your channel and fits your personality and seems to do well. You know, and if it's growing your own personal community there on your channel, that's always a good thing.
But so back to what I was saying, like, I would do more Emerge NYC stuff, but it's just I much would like to do it with more people and try to actually like have the game functions work as a group. But if there's like any people that wants to play it with me, I'm totally down for it.
I'll join. I'll do it with you.
I've got it. I've been meaning to play it. We played it a while back when it was very, very early alpha. I haven't played it in a while, well over like almost 2 years now. I haven't touched it, so you might get me back into that.
I can tell you right now, Buddha, a lot of things in that game have changed, and so far, some of them have been pretty good.
I'll have to look for it. I've been tonight before the stream. I played around a little bit with Farm Sim 19. It's basically Farm Sim 17 with better graphics.
Correct. And just added horses.
You know, honestly, the funny thing, I never really got into the farming simulation games. Like, I bought it for my Xbox 360, and it's just like I only played that game once, and it's just like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's a chill out game.
I never
it gets
really
old.
got into it.
Yeah.
It gets old. I tried the whole role playing in that game and doing some stuff, and it just didn't do well on my channel, and it wasn't something that I felt like I wasn't really passionate about. I was just exploring what content worked and what didn't. But it's fun. It's one of those chill games you can just get in and hang out with your friends at TeamSpeak and
It's a go-to when you just want to relax.
And the streams do pretty well. I mean, people like that content, and most of the people that like it, it's because they like that style of stream, just that chill, laid back kind of hang out, watch the gameplay. You know,
right?
So let's see. So you're 18.
Yep.
And then we're gonna hop over to real life real quick. You're 18, and where are you at with your career choice? Like, are you getting ready to go to an academy? Have you applied somewhere?
As you all know, this is my senior year in high school, so it's just kind of been a lot of stress lately. And coming to you guys and talking with you guys, it's just my stress has been relief from that. But after high school, I do plan on going to college for firefighting. So it's going to be nice. And then after
like an actual college degree for it? Is it just like a technical certification?
Like it's going to be like a 2-year. It's going to be a 2-year fire technology program, to where it's covering every aspect of firefighting, to where it's structure, wildland, first responders, EMS, all that stuff.
Nice.
So you'll
A
get
lot
your...
of associates, a lot of colleges have good. Not a lot of colleges. Several colleges have good associates in fire science.
Yeah. I was just going to say, so you get your associate's degree.
Well, that's good, though. It's backed up by theory and the experience of all of those that came before you, and what those people have learned from, fighting fires for, God, how many years have we had, like, legit actual firefighters or firehouses in this country? I mean, that's an old-ass profession right there.
Yeah, it's been... Honestly, firefighting has been a thing before we were even a country. Honestly, if you think about it, like, a group of folks got together and it's just like got buckets going from the pond to the fire max. Like, it's been going on for centuries, almost a millennia, honestly.
Yep. It's amazing how far it's come to from those days. Like, I get close to fire trucks these days, and it's just, they amaze me. I mean, police cars are one thing, you know. I love police cars. I love all the equipment. But it's very awe-inspiring to see these trucks, knowing that your typical fire truck can carry 6 firefighters and has all the equipment on it that it has. And then on top of that, carry, 30, 40, 50,000 gallons of water inside its tank. You know, some of the pumper trucks and things like that, and the ladder trucks. Just, you guys are insane, dude. You're daredevils, and I couldn't. Like, I'm sure I could run into a burning building to save my kids and my dog, you know, but I couldn't do that every day for a living.
Our motto was first in, last out.
What was first and last out?
That was my motto in. I was a real life firefighter years ago.
And see, I did not know that.
Yeah. Due to a car accident, I had to forfeit my duties.
Well, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
But good on you. Thank you for your service. I mean, that's a selfless act right there, you know, doing that. But that's a good motto to have. First in, last out?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How many times did you singe your ball hairs?
Quite often.
Quite often?
Quite often. I even had a roof collapse on me, too, once.
Wow. That's a story that I want to hear, like later on off the show. That's amazing. Oh, any last questions there from you guys for Zombie?
No, just keep it up, and you know, any questions that you have, I'm willing to help out.
Thanks, man.
I got everything out.
You got everything out? All right. What about you, Belle?
All good over here.
You're good. Any last thoughts for the viewers at home there, Zombie?
Just when you go up to someone, this is all I have to say. Just be yourself. Don't hide your true personality. Just be yourself, and they'll come to love you. That's all I have to say. Just be yourself.
That's right. Everybody else is taken. Right. I firmly believe that, though. Everybody, it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. Some people have let their frustrations and their stress or their upbringing or whatever, you know, really affect their lives, and they're miserable. But I believe everybody has something to teach somebody. And everybody has their own special light, reason for being here in the world. You know, that's what makes things like these moments here, the show, so noteworthy in my life, or playing games with you guys. Right. It's that chemistry and that fun. And like last night, you guys, we were all going back and forth in TeamSpeak like it was a frickin' bar. A bunch of Navy sailors, you know, and to the outsider, they might go, well, damn, those guys are mean to each other. But we were all laughing and having a good time, and it's so nice to be around people that are that comfortable. They can just be themselves.
Oh, yeah.
That's my point.
And even from last night, I carried it into today.
Yes, you did. I had to rein you in.
He did. Real salty all day.
Hey, I love you.
I think his first message in the morning at like 6:30 was already starting. I was like, oh, I haven't had enough coffee for this shit yet.
There you go.
Family.
Oh, well, thank you guys for being here. Number 6, so this was a great episode. Zombie, thank you again.
Yeah, no problem, brother.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all make sure Zombie's link is down below, along with Tom and Fasulo Gaming. And check all the links there below. And we will see you guys.
Can I say something before you end?
Yeah.
Guys, go to Tom's channel right now and hit that subscribe button. He is 1 away from 500.
That's right.
Let's make him
I
hit
actually got
500
it during the
tonight.
stream.
Did you?
Woohoo!
We're going to make him hit that 500. So go to his channel and hit that subscribe button if you haven't.
At Zombie, as soon as we kicked off this stream, it hit 500.
Damn.
Bro,
good job.
congrats.
Good job.
Congratulations. That is awesome. That is awesome. That made my night.
There will be a stream
even more
in the immediate future. I guess sometime tomorrow or Sunday.
Looking forward to it. If you're going to do anything multiplayer, let me know. I'm there.
Oh, it's going to be. I'll get with everybody after.
All right. Well, say goodbye to everybody watching.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Good night,
Have a great
everyone.
week, and we'll see you here next Friday.
That's right. Bye-bye.
Hey, honeys, you listening to the Budda Show right here on Q92 WCTR, honey. That's the only place for talk radio worth hearing, baby.